I also got accused of being the reason that games are so expensive and that video game consoles are getting more spendy, but that is honestly bullshit right on its face. And to explain why, it's not really my responsibility that games are getting more expensive. I'm not actually going to resort to talking about being a pirate this time. I mean, yeah, but we don't need to talk about that this time. The truth of the matter is that when it comes to my Switch 2, the only thing I bought with it was Bravely Default, which debuted at like the the regular. Well, I mean, it's already coming down in terms of what you can get it for already, but it sold originally at about $39.99. So not your $80 game at all. It was. I got the physical copy, but yeah, it was about $40. A cent less basically than 40. So am I the reason that games cost $80? No, because I don't fucking play the ones that cost $80. I mean, I know that, and I understand that they were trying to sell like Mario Kart World and you know yeah, yep, $80. Like, no, didn't buy it. Didn't. I'm the 18%. I mean, like, I look into this article and I'm like, so I found out that 82% of buyers also got Mario Kart World. I didn't. I'm the 18%. I only got Bravely Default. That was the only thing that I was interested in so far on this console. I would do Rune Factory, but Rune Factory is an ARPG. Oh boy, lovely. As far as that's concerned. So yeah, no, not really particularly relevant to my interest. I played Dungeons and Dragons with some locals. I mean, yeah, obviously the role playing aspects of the system are part of the appeal, but it's largely the turn based nature of combat in the system that gets me interested in it. That's the I would guess I would say it was probably like a 55 45% split between the two. 55% that the combat is turn based and 45% the role playing aspect of the system. But it's a pretty 45% is a pretty big chunk. It's important. It's just slightly more important that it be turn based for me. So that's that's the truth of the matter. Like, the combat system has a lot to do with has most to do with why I picked Dungeons and Dragons, and playing with people. That's the primary reason why I did it. But that doesn't mean that the role playing isn't a big important part of it. I would check out Rune Factory Gardens of Azuma, but it's an ARPG, which is they're all the rage these days, but they're not my cup of tea. Like, you can love them all you want. I don't really particularly mind, especially since I can go out and watch let's plays of people playing these turn-based games because and enjoy the storyline. Because at least with a JRPG, there's probably going to be a pretty significant and good storyline that goes along with it. But I don't really like ARPGs are not for me, so to speak. And that's fine. But don't know much about Elden Ring really currently, even now. Or Death Stranding. Like, that's the crazy part about it. I mean, I see the trends and everything, but I don't know a lot about these ones that were primarily on the PC. From all the time. Like Elden Ring and all that other stuff. Like, not haven't really been checking it out really. But no, it's not my fault that games are so expensive. It has nothing to do with me, bro. I'm not the one spending $80 on Mario Kart World, so leave me alone.